A very quick message for Mr Wedger, and I'm not going to hang about for too long on this, but I'd watched a video earlier on your page where you're basically slating what you called, I think you referred to them as online reporter gurus, and you were basically slagging them off. Now, what really annoyed me about this is one of those so-called gurus you're slating off happens to be a very good friend of mine, a man called Red Pill Phil. Now, I know that on the day that Red Pill Phil interviewed you, I know for a fact that you had to go off, and then you rang him up and you said, don't go anywhere, it's been postponed, I'm coming back, we can finish it off. You was very, very keen. So why is it now then that because Phil gave Brian Harvey a right to reply, you now have an issue with what you call these gurus? Okay? Now, the truth of it is, I'm not going to lie to you, Mr Wedger, I don't trust you. I do not trust you. I was sent a video, actually by Brian Harvey, where you are, your friend, your brother, as you refer to him, is talking to Peter Tatchell and refers to him as a hero. This is a man who claimed that not all sex with children causes any physical or psychological harm. Well, newsflash for Peter Tatchell, yes it does. Yes it does, and if you think it doesn't, I would question what happened to you, Mr Tatchell, because therein lies the damage that is done, where you've normalised sex with children. However, sorry, I've got hay fever. However, I watched as your friend, your brother, referred to him as a hero. And you refer to him as your brother. So what are you doing being friends with a man who not only refers to somebody who thinks that not all child sex is bad, when we all know it is, not only does he refer to him as a hero, but he equally bullied a victim called Andrew Ash into making false allegations against people, therefore discrediting himself as a victim. And I've heard the videos, and what your brother did was bullied him. He bullied him, and he gave him a list of names to read, and he told him which ones to say yes to and which ones to say no to, as organised and directed by him, the filmmaker. Yet you call him brother. You talk about these canal children. Now, I'm not saying it did or didn't happen, but you seem to have absolutely no evidence to back up your claims. None whatsoever. You never ever talk about Baby P when you were involved with the Baby P case. You were retired, medically retired from the police force due to mental health issues, and yet you belittle and mock a man like Brian Harvey who has borderline bipolar. You're not sounding like such a nice guy now, are you? I don't think you are such a nice guy. I don't think that you're even genuine. Personally, and it's a personal opinion, one of which I'm entitled to, I think you're a fake. I think you're a fraud. You call yourself a whistleblower. Yeah, I ain't no whistle. At all. A whistleblower will blow the whistle as a serving officer. You waited until you were medically retired. Now, I've seen you asking for victims to contact you. Now, I deal with victims. I deal with victims on a day-to-day basis. I'm a survivor of gang rape. I understand what it's like to be a victim. You are a dangerous man to be messing with any victim. I do not believe for 1 second that you have their best welfare at heart. But what's worse is the way you refused to even make a phone call to Brian Harvey, and that speaks volumes to me. That tells me you are not a man who is true of heart. You bang on about satanic cults and satanic rituals. You say nothing of the mass rape of predominantly white girls by predominantly Pakistani Muslim men. In fact, I heard you state your words. You said there were more white rape gangs. Statistically, I know that is factually incorrect. There are more white rapists and paedophiles, yes, absolutely 100%. But there are not more white rape gangs. The only gangs we have operating on an industrial scale happen, sadly, to be predominantly Pakistani and Muslim men. That's the truth. That's not me targeting Muslims, because I have many Muslims who stand there and say exactly the same as I've just said. As people will see on the 20th of August when they come to the march that I'm holding, where Rahil Raza will be speaking, Fawzia Rashid will be speaking, Dr. Roma Tahir will be speaking. These ladies say the same thing as I say, so I know what you put out statistically is factually incorrect. But all it took was a phone call to Brian. That's all you had to do. I question why you wouldn't do it. Personally, I don't think you're trustworthy. I don't think you're an honest man. I don't think you're a good man. But I do think you're a bully. And I think you're back to bully. You're back to bully baloney, who bullied a victim into saying something that wasn't true. So shame on you for that. Personally, I've got to know Brian a little bit. I do speak to him on the phone. He's a genuinely nice guy. Does he use colourful language? Yeah. And? He's a genuinely nice guy. And you guys had him terrified for his life. And it's been proven with the death threats he now faces. You bullied him. And you went round his house. You tried to play nice. You offered him beer. Yeah, that's what you do for a man who's terrified, isn't it? And all he asked you to do was ring him. That's all you had to do, and you couldn't do it. So I'm sorry. I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. I don't think you're genuine. In fact, I think you're far from it. But again, that's just my opinion. And I can't speak for everybody else. But I am entitled to my opinion. Take care. Stay safe. Ta-da.